The last thing you want to hear when you need your auto insurance most is a robot with countless irrelevant menu options. Which is why with USAA Auto Insurance, you'll get great service that is easy and reliable, all at the touch of a button. Get a quote today. Restrictions apply.
USAA.
Hilton brings you new ways to stay. With experiences that let you capture the glory days. Introducing the Graduate Hotels. Each inspired by local college towns, these stays are always original and never boring. Get in touch with traditions all across the country and enjoy a stay that's a class above the rest. Book at Graduate Hotels with Hilton Honors Points at Hilton.com. It's a win-win. Hilton, for the stay.
Llévate más de lo que esperas todos los días con el nuevo McValue en McDonald's. Ahora puedes comprar uno y sumarle otro por $1. Así que cuando tu equipo favorito enfrente a sus rivales, enfrenta tus antojos con $5 Meal Deals. Y si estás corriendo para alcanzar el desayuno, corre a la para llevarte ofertas antes del cutoff. Tú decides, y con McValue, tu decisión siempre rinde más. Precios y participación pueden variar. BOGO $1 válido para un producto de igual o menor valor. Debe estar registrado en Rewards para ofertas en el app.
Fellas, you know Degree Cool Rush deodorant, right? Well, last year they changed the formula, and guys were mad about it. One dude even started a petition. So guess what? Degree heard us, admitted they messed up, and brought the original Cool Rush scent back exactly how it was. And it's in Walmart, Target, and other stores now for under $4. So grab some and remember why its cool, crisp, and fresh scent made it the #1 men's antiperspirant for the last decade. Degree Cool Rush is back, and it smells like victory for all of us.
Vitamin Water was born in New York because New Yorkers wanted more. Like more flavor to go with all the flavor. A refreshing drink after climbing 6 flights of stairs to a walk-up apartment or standing in the subway station in 100-degree heat. Focus when I have an 8-hour shift. And Triple X after I was out all night at a club called Triple X. Drink Vitamin Water. It's from New York.
Drink it in, man. Loyal, diehard Detroit Koolaid drinkers. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Oak Creek coming at you for another one of those Kool-Aid packets. TGIK. Thank goodness it's Kool-Aid. I mean, you're hearing this on a Friday. We're giving you a Monday and a Friday Kool-Aid packet. Wednesday, the Detroit Koolaid Cast flagship show, which next Wednesday, he hasn't been on in forever. It's partly because we haven't reached out and he's been busy, but Logan Lamrandier from Sports Illustrated All Lions, or whatever they're calling themselves these days. Logan is such a good dude. He knows ball. He's going to come on and tell you, I don't have time for it. And he still knows draft. He still knows his stuff. So we love getting his thoughts, opinions, takes, all that type of stuff. I want to come on here quickly and just talk about, I've heard a lot of boola, a lot of rumor innuendo, a lot of hearsay, a lot of negative talk, a lot of Detroit Kool-Aid being served up about this draft. And I think it comes down to two things. You know, it comes down to, is it going to be, man, the Lions missed out on value, or they didn't get edges, they didn't get certain things they needed? Or are we all going to be proven wrong because it's going to be like, hey, we got our guys, regardless of how all these other people play out. All that really matters is Tyleik Williams going to be a great fit for the Lions? It doesn't matter where he was on everybody else's board. It doesn't even matter if there were other players that were quote unquote better or highly ranked or, you know, had upside. What's this guy going to do for this team right now and in the future? That's what matters. You go to the second round, Tate Ratledge, aka Tate Rat, like, is he the best fit for this regime and this team? And will he produce? That's what matters. So I'm not going to relitigate this years ago and say, you could have had this guy. Look what he did for Baltimore. Oh, man, this guy's doing great over there in Pittsburgh. Or, wow, Seattle had a real great draft class. Because if they might have been for the Lions, it might not have been good fit. We don't need them. Lots of factors come into play. So I just think when you go down the list, I mean, Isaac Tesla was Brad Holmes' guy. He's quoted as saying he was his favorite wide receiver in the draft. Not the best, not the most highly ranked, not the swaggiest, not the most productive. His personal favorite. And I'm sure he thought he got him at great value, regardless of what we think. But Oakley, the trade, what do you get? I understand. I don't love giving up 2 future third-round picks next year either. But I do love the fact that Brad Holmes is doubling down on Tesla as his guy at wide receiver. I hear people talking about his height, weight, speed. I'm pretty sure that Brad Holmes wore a hoodie that had HSW. Wait.
My cat Freddie loves to be brushed and cuddled. But stirring up his cat allergens meant sneezing and itchy eyes. Then I found Purina One Live Clear. It's cat food that reduced the major allergen and my suffering in as little as 21 days. Now, we feel closer than ever. If you have issues with cat allergens, you really need to try Purina One Live Clear.
Try new Purina One Live Clear today. Purina One, a difference from day one.
Out here, there's no one way of doing things. No unwritten rules, and no shortage of adventure. Because out here, the only requirement is having fun. Bank of America invites kids 6 to 18 to golf with us. For a limited time, sign them up for a free 1-year membership, giving them access to discounted tee times at thousands of courses. Learn more at bankofamerica.com/golf with us. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America. Restrictions apply. See BofA.com/golf with us for complete details. Copyright 2025 Bank of America Corporation.
This episode is brought to you by Loom by Atlassian. Are you feeling stuck at work? Get your team unstuck with Loom video messaging and move work forward. Use Loom to simultaneously record both your screen and yourself to share a quick update, provide feedback, train a colleague, and everything in between. Plus, add Loom AI to your meetings for instant written notes and recordings. Try Loom today at Loom.com. That's LOOM.com.
At the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event, get deals so right, it almost feels wrong. Now's the best time to get that Hyundai you've always wanted. Plus, every new Hyundai comes with America's best warranty and 3 years or 36,000 miles of limited complimentary maintenance. Don't think you can get away with all that? Think again. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. It's a great day for a new Hyundai.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today. I'm told it's super easy to do at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
HWS, height, weight, speed, crossed out because they don't care about that. And they'll tell you till they're blue in the face, they don't care about that. They don't care about your rankings. He could care less about your mock draft. He doesn't care what the Detroit Koolaid Cast says. Maybe he should, though, based on our track record and some of the crazy picks, great picks that I feel like I had in this draft. But it's about their guys, their board, their current roster. And don't tell me, too, this wasn't a draft based on filling holes and needs immediate impacts, because it was. This wasn't a, looking way into the future and just taking BPA. This was, we need ourselves a run-stuffing and somewhat penetrating defensive tackle, and nothing else was that much better, so give us Tyleik Williams. Hey, we just lost a right guard. Imagine that. Let's go get one of the best productive, consistent right guards from a program they obviously love, which is Georgia. And why would you not love that program based on what they've done? I mean, they're not the Michigan Wolverines, which were national champions 2 years ago, but they are a well-run, high-end program that puts out good football players. So Tate Rat, no issues there. Isaac Tesla coming from Hillsdale, talking about Arkansas football. Like, again, I'm going back to he is my ultimate wild card. This guy could be incredible, and people would be like going nuts for the way he looks, his hair, his way he plays, the touchdowns he scores, or he could definitely be a ho-hum. Why'd we take this guy? You reach, he's not working out, he's got 20 catches, we expected X. Like, you're going to have the expectations at the right level for that player, but I see a scenario where he could easily exceed all expectations and really be the perfect fit. Learn from Amon-Ra, hashtag JMOFast. Could be just that complimentary piece that just does what those guys don't do and fits in so perfectly. Don't put that past Brad Holmes, because he's found some beautiful puzzle pieces that fit right in and that have been tremendous year after year. Yes, he has misses. Yes, I'm not letting him get away with Broderick Martin and Baki if he doesn't work out, or Gio never does anything for this football team, or all the 7th rounders that he missed on that, like, we just forget about, like Jefferson. Excuse me, like Jefferson and Antoine Green, and you go down the list, and I'm not saying you should be able to hit on all these. All I'm saying is, a lot of times we had to hear about how good this guy was. We couldn't believe he was there. We love his upside. We're going to coach him up. He's going to perfect for us. And not all those have been ultra productive, but the track record is so much better than not that I'm not going to be here totally doubting the guy or second guessing him. Yes, we all have our opinions. I put my picks on paper, but the biggest thing that people are missing when they're trying to critiquing is, you're not in the coach's room. You don't have the background reports. You don't know the medical. So you need to trust the experts, which is what Brad Holmes was browbeating people about and somewhat being very condescending, saying, we have all the information. I do this all day, every day. You need to trust me. And we do. My only concern is, like, there's been a few times now where he said, I just saw this guy recently and I turned on his film and I talked to the coaches. I just fell in love with them. I mean, the guy openly admitted he hadn't seen Teslas before the Senior Bowl. Okay, good. You saw some blocking drills. He was a pest. He's looked the part. That's great. I would have liked to know that you've been on this guy for 3 years. You followed his whole career and he's exactly what you're looking for. So that's where I'm a little bit torn. But yeah, I mean, just going down the picks, I mean, you just look at it.
This episode is brought to you by GM Genuine Parts and AC Delco. Get the most out of your vehicle with GM Genuine Parts and AC Delco original equipment. The only parts designed, engineered, tested, and backed by General Motors. You can find your perfect fit for most makes and models and choose from 3 tiers of parts, including GM OE or gold and silver aftermarket parts. Visit gmparts.com for more information.
Hey, it's Bill Simmons from the Bill Simmons Podcast. The NBA playoffs are here, and Michelob Ultra is getting you closer to the game than ever with courtside seats and more. Enter now at MichelobUltra.com/courtside. Michelob Ultra Superior Access Courtside 2024 to 2025 sweepstakes. No purchase necessary. Open to U.S. residents 21 or older. Ends on July 1st, 2025. Multiple entry periods. Visit MichelobUltra.com/superior access/courtside for free entry deadlines and official rules. Message and data rates may apply. Void where prohibited.
It's almost Mother's Day, and you can now get anything you need delivered with Uber Eats. Well, almost anything. So no, you can't order a relaxing shower, but some beautiful flowers, you bet we deliver those. A bird bath? No. A bath bomb? Absolutely. It's no to a chocolate lab, but yes to some chocolate truffles. So whether it's a last-minute gift for Mother's Day, fresh groceries, or food from your favorite restaurants, get it delivered today with Uber Eats. Order now. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Hello, Nigel here. I couldn't help noticing that you're still awake. Now, I'm an owl. I'm supposed to be up at night. But you need your sleep. So if it's your allergy symptoms that are keeping you up, here's a word to the wise. Try Zysol. You see, Xyzal works fast to relieve sneezing, runny nose, itchy watery eyes, and itchy nose and throat. And it keeps going strong for 24 hours, so you can get your sleep and wake up refreshed and ready for a productive day ahead. Be wise all. Take Xyzal at night. Use as directed. Starts working in 45 minutes.
Like, I think they don't have very much concern about Frazier. He seems like a very safe, plug-and-play, good value. Play now if he's good enough, can play for the future when ready, that type of thing. I'm hearing a lot of buzz about Dan Jackson, the safety, taken in the 7th. I feel like this guy is basically safety 3 right now, maybe safety 4. Demon on special teams, big hitter. I feel like he's going to be on the field more than people expect. I really do. So we'll see what happens there. I mean, what else? The wide receiver, I mean, again, to me, it just feels like a guy that they like his fit, his build, his abilities, and they'll let him compete. See what he does. Seems to be a fit, protects you if some of your receivers either go down or end up walking on here in a year or two. Nothing immediate with that player. And I'm going to circle back to, and I just want people to know that the only people that know the fit and what they're looking for is Brad, always over for business Holmes, and Dan freaking Campbell. They know the heartbeat of this team. They know the ins and outs. They spend all their day talking and communicating with them, their coaches, their scouts, their experts. We have to trust them. They've given us a big-time reason to trust them. So don't look at your rankings. Don't look at your board. Don't tell me what they can't do until they show you can't do that. And then even when that happens, don't say, I told you so. Say, man, like 2 years, 3 years down the road, that guy just didn't produce the way we hoped. Like, what about Ahmed Hassanin, like from Boise State, the edge? Like, are you hearing all the pub from this guy? Perfect fit. Incredibly hard worker. Like, gonna be productive. Like, look out for this guy from day one is what I'm hearing. Like, could all that be hyperbole and Kool-Aid and I hope so and a double-sided cornbread? Maybe, but Hassanin to me is he's like a multifaceted athlete, a workout warrior in the gym, non-stop motor. I don't see why this guy isn't going to be productive at the NFL level. Am I putting him in the Hall of Fame? No. Am I saying that he's a day one opposite of Hutch, multi-down starter? No. But I'm saying I don't see why from day one he can't come in and be more than a situational pass rusher and create havoc for opposing offenses by just getting after people in all the ways that we love it when players get after people. So I'm loving that pick more and more. So you beefed up your trenches on the O-line, both now and the future. You got yourself a big player on the defensive line. And I had some of my buddies saying, man, Okrie, you're coming around on Tyleik Williams. I still don't like that pick. He ain't going to get after the quarterback. He's not going to chase down, Lamar Jackson or Jaden Daniels. And it's like...
This episode is brought to you by Netflix. 3 couples, 4 vacations, a lot to unpack. Watch The 4 Seasons, a new series starring comedy favorites Tina Fey, Steve Carell, Will Forte, Coleman Domingo, and more in a hilarious and heartfelt love letter to long-term relationships. Based on the original Alan Alda film. Watch The 4 Seasons, streaming now only on Netflix.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
That moment when you realize your skincare is actually working. That's Rodan and Fields.
the #1 female dermatologist-founded skincare brand in the U.S. Designed by 2 dermatologists who don't just know women's skin, they know how to formulate for it. Rodan & Fields, love what you see. Tap the banner or visit rodanandfields.com/Spotify to get your exclusive welcome offer.
Impact confirmed. The Slayer has been activated.
Demonic threat level increasing.
Hold the line!
All the power of hell cowering before one man.
id Software presents Doom: The Dark Ages. Available May 15th on Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and PC. Pre-order now.
Rated M for mature.
5 immersive worlds, 1 amazing theme park. Get ready to explore the all-new Universal Epic Universe, featuring the wizarding world of Harry Potter, Ministry of Magic, Super Nintendo World, How to Train Your Dragon, Isle of Berk, and Dark Universe. Epic Universe opens May 22nd at Universal Orlando Resort. Our universe will never be the same. Tickets and packages on sale now at universalorlando.com.
Exactly. You're not wrong. He's not going to do that at a high level, but the more you turn on the guy's film, you like the way he moves as a big man. You like his attitude, his approach, his character. So Tyleek is a guy that I think I'll like more and more. The more I see him, I'll just never like where he went to college.
Hey, listen, Ohio State sucks.
Ohio State is vanquished.
They're vanquished, by the way, Tyleek. Like, do you think that Tate Rat and Miles Frazier and my boy Christian Mahogany are all gonna just fall on their face and be swings and misses? No. Not sure why I use swings and misses. That's obviously the sport we shall not speak of. But shout out to the Detroit Pistons, by the way. I'm recording this about 10 minutes before we get going for pregame for Game 6 in Detroit. Like, I've been telling every friend, every person I can, get back and support the Detroit Pistons. They're fun to watch. They're tough. They're physical. They got swag. They're not scared. Like, you gotta love that. So you're looking at it like the Pistons are on the come up. The Lions are still the team of the city. And we got the Red Wings, who I think are a couple players away from not only getting to the playoffs, but making a run, and then everyone will be on their bandwagon. And then there's the sport we shall not speak of, so I got to keep it moving. Tesla, again, I don't know. I'm very intrigued, but I'm also, hey, man, I'm not going to oversell this guy until I see more of what he can do. Very off my radar. Also a guy that I just think is going to have to really produce to live up to where he was picked and what was given up for him. But Brad Holmes says he will and he can. And TBD, if you ask me, we'll see. I hope he plays well. Just saying. I already spoke on Dan Jackson, and you got Dominic Love. So that's the draft class right there. So I'm just here to serve up a little of that delicious Detroit Honolulu blue flavored Kool-Aid. Say it 3 times fast, everybody.
Drink it in, drink it in, drink it in, man.
And we got to wash down the optimistic Detroit Kool-Aid with double-sided cornbread.
Cornbread!
Everybody, my Kool-Aid packets have been going 20, 25, 30. Our Kool-Aid flagship, Detroit Koolaid Cast flagship's been going 45, 50 an hour. I've been pumping out pods on our regular days, draft days, extra days. I need a break. I really do. But I'm going to keep this Kool-Aid packet short. This is about 10, 15 plus minutes. Believe in this regime. Know that they know fit. They know character. They know medical. And they know the guys they want, which is totally different than what other NFL guys want and what we want as fans and the quote-unquote experts that sit on their couch too and tell you their opinions. So, everybody, that's what I got. And I'll catch you on Monday for another one of those Kool-Aid packets. Everybody, I'm out.
Cornbread! Cornbread!